Welcome guys to another review on IK Production. Today it is a beautiful day and we have a beautiful car to review. Well, beautiful for some people. This is Toyota CHR, and when I test drove this car like 3 years ago when it came out, honestly it looked like a toy to me. And Toyota decided to go straight into the future with this design, or somewhere where they think the world is going right now. One man from Toyota said that this their move is going to make two separate groups of people. One group is going to love it and other group is going to hate it. And that's how it is basically right now. That was their strategy to gain new customers. And to see if that strategy is any good, let's check it out. First, let's start with the most questionable thing about this car, its design. I said it looked to me like a toy, but years passed and I must admit that I'm starting to like this car. Especially these long LED headlights, and it looks aggressive, and I like that. All these sharp lines, it looks much better than its competitor, old Nissan Juke. Here from the side we can see that this is a four-door coupe SUV, and that the design of this car is inspired by BMW X6, that revolutionary design. One thing that I find strange in this car is this door handle. Look where it is. You know that the child lock systems in all the cars, even 20 years old cars, have it when you lock the doors from inside and you stop your children from getting out of the car. I get it, it sounds logic, but why this? You put the door handle here so you prevent your children from going inside the car? I don't get it. This thing here is also cool detail because it is something about aerodynamics. It makes air going in some direction, and apparently it's better like this. In the back, these taillights remind me of Honda Civic. And do you see how much they stick out here? I don't know, like they didn't plan to have taillights in the car, so when they designed it and they just slapped it on. But one very cool thing about this car is this rear spoiler. I like the way this industry is going to. The trunk in this car isn't any special, but that is a sacrifice that you must make when you have a coupe car and it looks good. You need to sacrifice something. Nice thing about this trunk are these tethering points, that you have a couple of them here, so you can attach your things to that. But bad thing is that under this floor there isn't any storage space. Also, when you lay the back seats, they doesn't lay flat. They leave a huge bump that isn't very good. Interior looks very nice. And maybe it's a little bit tight in here, but this is a compact SUV, so everything is compact. There is a lot of space, storage space here and there for the stuff, you know, and also in the doors. And generally it looks nice, although the materials are not really the premium. Also, infotainment system is another weak side of this car, because it isn't really the most responsive, and Toyota is known for the implementing new technology in their cars first, and you know, it is always up to date. And this thing, it's so slow and non-responsive. I don't know, just look at our phones and copy that technology into here and make it. Generally graphics also look pretty bad, and I really don't like the look of that, but everything else is so interesting. Also, maybe this gear lever, it's a little bit boring. It doesn't go with the mood in here. It's a little, you know, it's futuristic, so why not make this also a little bit different? That's it. Let's see how it's in the back. Space in the back is okay. I'm a large person and I fit here nicely. Also, there is a place to rest your arm here on the door, and you have a cup holder here. Most of the people complain about this window here, about this car, you know, but this is a coupe car, so design goes over practicalities, and it is a small window here. But if you are a person that doesn't like too much exposure, you're gonna like it, because nobody can see you from outside in here. And let's go drive this thing and see what this small 1.2 liter petrol engine can do. Okay guys, I was surprised how this car drove. Sitting position and feel while driving and sitting tall is just like other SUVs. Yes, it's smaller and lower, but you get the point. One thing that surprised me is that when you decide to take turn, there is almost no body roll. So when I experienced that, I decided to do some more aggressive turns and to play a little bit with the car. And that it behaved totally opposite from what I expected. and that surprised me in a good way. Car feels very good on the road, but always there is something to ruin the party. Engine is just as I expected. Don't get me wrong, it is good, the car goes, but it isn't very fun to drive it, which most of the people aren't interested for, unlike me. Also, nice feature with manual transmission is that it has a rev match. So when you go from higher gear to lower, it does the rev match for you. So there is no stuttering or anything while changing the gears. But you need to turn it on every time you want to use it. And I recommend it on some mountain or canyon roads when there is a lot of shifting. Current situation in the world when everybody is looking for some type of small compact SUV made Toyota's decision right. Also, women kind of like the look of it, and we all know that women has a lot of influence when it comes to buying a daily driver that is supposed to go every day to the city, pick up kids from the school and go to grocery shopping, because most of that job is done by the women. So if you are in the market to buy a car that is going to be mostly driven by your daughter or a wife, this can be a good option for you. P.S. I also like driving this thing.